Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you how to upload evidence and scores for the benefits that your organization has been assigned to. Uh, You'll remember from the previous videos, if you've watched them, that the public organization will assign you as a supplier or a delivery partner to individual benefits within contracts, and within those benefits there are one or more delivery dates, either a start date, final delivery date, or potentially also interim delivery dates as well with their own titles. And for each of those dates, you'll get an email prompting you to submit evidence for that benefit. If you're the admin for or one of the admins for your organization, then you will by default be the people that would get those emails and be able to upload evidence. But if you've chosen to assign those benefits to other employees, other colleagues, then they'll get them instead and be able to upload instead. So if you click on Upload and click on the Evidence tab, you'll see a list of all the evidence that you are due to be submitting for benefits. And this view will only ever show things that are personally things that you need to do. So it's like a sort of live task list, if you will. And there's a similar view for scores as well here, which we'll come on to. But by default, you're going to get this email which will have a link which will take you directly to the page where you can upload evidence for convenience. So you don't necessarily need to be logging in and looking at this page. Let's take this benefit as an example. So I've either clicked on the link in the email, come straight here, or maybe I was browsing the interface and I was seeing what tasks I had and I clicked on this view. I'm going to see a list of all the delivery dates that are due for this benefit. They'll all include a start date and a final delivery date, but they may also include a number of interim dates as well with their own titles. And the ones that actually are due to be done will be in bold. So the ones that are sort of for the future will be sort of greyed out, where the ones you need to do something are marked in bold. So we click on this one and you'll see that we have some key details to give some context about what this is about. So the contract name, the outcome for the benefit, there's a 4-character randomly generated reference number which refers to this particular benefit, which is something which you and the public organization will see, so you can use it as a common reference point. A description, what you're supposed to be doing, a quantity that's supposed to be delivered, and then the date of this delivery date, and then what the current status of the benefit is as far as the public organization is concerned. So then you can type in some evidence here. I guess as much textual detail as you want to provide, or as much textual detail as the guidance that the public organization has provided to you requires. If you're including personally identifiable information about people, then you can tick on this box as well to confirm that you're doing that and that you have their permission to do it, their consent to do it, which is a GDPR requirement. And you can click to create the evidence. You can then choose to upload documents, photos as well, to provide some color, to provide some some more information about this evidence if you want to. If you're on mobile, if you're using the mobile web interface or the mobile app, you can take a picture straight on your phone and attach it here and upload it, which is obviously a convenient way to get evidence in there if you're on site or doing something live. And once you've done that, you can click to submit for approval, which will send an email to the contract manager or managers for that contract in Cenefits, and then they will get an email with a link to click to go through to check the evidence and to see that it fulfills their requirements. I'm going to flip through now to their point of view, so flip from your interface to their interface. So this is what they would see. The contract manager would get the email, would click the link, and then they can they can come and then they'll go straight to it. Or if they're looking at their check view, they can see that it's there and they can click on it. Then they'll see a view where they can they can quickly change the benefit status if they want to. They can see that kind of same snapshot of information about the benefit, and then they can see what you submitted, the textual evidence, any files and photos. They can look at those as well, and they can either approve or reject that evidence. And if they reject it, they have to type in a message as well. So if they approve it, you'll just get an email confirming that they've accepted and thanking you for your work. Whereas if they reject it, you get an email asking to change and resubmit it, and with this sort of textual explanation as to why that is. So in this case, we're just going to approve the evidence, and then once the contract manager is happy that they've received all the evidence that they're due to do for all the different delivery dates from the different people, they can change the benefit status to completed. And what that does is that fires off an email to the assessors within the public organisation and the supplier to provide feedback, provide a score on what's happened in that benefit. So we'll flip back now to your interface here. So you'll have, if you come to the scores view, you'll see that the benefit we've been working on has appeared here. Again, you would have got an email with a link for this to come straight to it for convenience, so you don't need to be looking at this view and refreshing it. But if you are here, you'll see that it pops up. And this is very similar to the evidence. It's just essentially the only difference is that you have a score drop down, so you can say whether or not you think the benefit overall was good, it was a good, satisfactory experience, or whether improvements were possible. And you can type in a score explanation, which basically reflects what you've said here, which of these items you selected. It's just an explanation to explain why you've chosen that in the context of the benefit. Again, you can tick this box if you're including any personally identifiable information. You can create the score, you can attach one or more documents or photos, and you can submit it for approval for the contract managers, and they'll get an email with a link to click to check that score. One thing I should say as well, whereas evidence is each individual user that you assign to a benefit, maybe you assign more than one, each of those users can submit their own individual evidence for the benefit, whereas when it comes to the scores, those are something which is done collectively by the supplier or by the assessors. Separately, they collectively come up with a score. So we'll just flip back to the public organisation view again, the contract manager view, and we'll just have a look and see what that looks like from their end. So you look at the scores view here, you see the benefit we're talking about, and again, similar page as before. They can change the status up here. They can read what you've written and either approve it or reject it. Again, if they approve it, you get an email confirming that, thanking you for your work. If they reject it, they get an email asking you to edit it and resubmit it, and again with a textual explanation in this rejection message to explain why. And that is how you upload evidence and scores. Thank you.